All right, welcome to Weathering the Kitchen and a new year.
Yeah, imagine that.
Happy New Year, Mom.
Said to sweetheart, new decade.
Yes, new
Another
decade
new
here.
decade.
So most people, when they go into the new year, they think healthy, the gym, eating right. Well, we're gonna delay that here today because
Yes, definitely.
one of the first meals I wanted to eat was my grandmother's, my Nana's, meatballs and sauce. Like she was known for it.
She was known for it. Whenever we had any gatherings, everyone said, Allie has, her mother's name was Allie, she called it Allie. Allie has to make her meatballs and her sauce. It was just something about it that everybody just loved.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that if you have a family tradition or a food that someone makes, make sure you write down the recipe, get it from them before they pass.
Unfortunately, this recipe, she never wrote anything down.
They never did back in the day.
No, I would stand behind her and she never even used a measuring cup, tablespoon, teaspoon, everything was just by hand.
Right.
And we still don't get it like hers.
Right.
It's just
but
my
it's
brother and I.
close enough.
But I hate to admit it, Freddie, but he's a little closer than I am.
Of making Nana's sauce and her meatballs. All right.
Yes.
Well, we're gonna do that. We're gonna make the sauce first. Then we're gonna make the meatballs. And again, this is one of those recipes where if you like to add a little extra, oregano or something that we don't use, or substitute the meat for turkey or something healthier, do that. But we're gonna make this the way she made it. Right, so the first thing you do is get a saucepan, put it on a stove top. And what are we gonna put in first?
Well, obviously the olive oil and a little bit of garlic.
Okay. How much olive oil? Just to coat the bottom?
Just to coat it good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then what we're doing is just preparing it to fry the pork chop.
Okay.
The pork chop's gonna
Show us add a pork chop.
Always add it because the pork with the bone
Yep.
gives the taste in the sauce.
Okay. So do I put the pork chop in now or garlic?
Garlic.
Okay. And do you know like roughly how much?
Again.
Just a teaspoon. I know she.
Yeah.
All right. So that's a
That's
teaspoon.
good enough for now.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And just brown it a little bit because you want that to feed with the pork chop.
Okay. And one thing with garlic is, again, you can brown it, but you don't want to keep it in too long because it can burn.
Right.
And burnt garlic tastes
Yeah.
horrible.
Pork chops in
Okay.
there.
And she used to do like one massive one, right?
Correct.
So we're gonna do two because we couldn't find a big one. But the most important thing, right, is it has to have a bone.
It has to have a bone. The bone is what, with the fat.
Right, has all the
Against
flavor.
The bone has all the flavor.
Okay, and so we're not gonna cook these all the way through.
No, no,
We're just browning it.
we're just browning it.
All right, so now we're just gonna flip these. As you can see, we're just browning them. This is kind of a messy job, but okay. And then add maybe a pinch of salt and
Lightly on the
pepper.
salt because pork is
Right, salty.
salty anyway.
Okay, so now that they're both browned on both sides, we're gonna put them into a big saucepan.
Yep, big sauce.
Or a quart pan.
Yep, put it right in there. And believe it or not, you're gonna dump all that
All this in here?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yep, get
All the oil.
all the oil in the garlic. Yep.
Okay.
Just put a little oil because it's still based on the bottom.
Yep.
With oil from before, just a little bit, just to put more garlic. Just a little bit. That's good.
Okay.
Just let it sizzle for a little bit, and then you're gonna put your tomato paste.
Tomato paste.
You need to tell them what brand name that.
Oh yeah, which one did she?
Pastine.
Pastini, which we can't really find in the stores.
Not around here. I don't know why.
So for the whole thing.
Whole thing,
Okay.
and then
So pastini,
that.
tomato paste.
Yep, and then fill that whole can with one water.
This can of water. And what you want to use if you can't find pastini, you can order it. Target has it, I know. Amazon, you can order it. Maybe your local store has the pastini.
Yep.
But if not, you just want to make sure you buy canned tomatoes that are from Italy, that are true tomatoes.
Roma tomatoes.
Yes, exactly.
And you want to get the can here.
Crushed.
You want crushed. You don't want peeled. You don't want whole. You want crushed.
Right, that's bubbling up nice.
Yep, that's what you want.
And I can smell it. That actually smells like Nana.
It does.
I don't know, it reminds me of her kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
All the time. So we're going to take this.
And just put it raw on top of the pork chops.
So we're going to put it right on top of the pork chops.
And you never wash in the pan in between.
Right.
You just keep all the oils on in
So
the
we'll put
pan.
this here. All the canned
Yeah,
tomatoes.
we got 4 of them.
Okay. And this is the crushed tomato.
Season it. Yep.
Okay, so some salt.
And again, nothing was measured.
Right. I'm going to put about...
And it goes by taste. You keep everything
Right.
keeps there. You gotta make sure this is on low.
It is on low.
Slow cook.
We're going to continue to taste it.
Right.
You know, as we go along. And
Right.
Again, Nana never...
And everyone has their own likings. If they want more pepper or more, they like it salty.
All right, and that is some basil.
Fresh basil and a bay leaf. Yeah.
One. I'll put a few
Put
in.
a few in.
All right.
Just remember to take this out when the sauce is done. This won't taste.
No.
Taste good.
All right, so we're just gonna put that aside and let this sit while we make the meatballs.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so now we're gonna make her meatballs, and again, not healthy because we've got the fattiest kind.
Well, back then they didn't have 80%, 85, the lean.
Right.
It was everything
So
fat.
that's what we got for this recipe.
Yep.
And we have about 2.5 pounds
Yes.
of meat.
Right,
And we're gonna add 2 eggs.
2 eggs. You don't want more than 2 eggs.
Because you want spongy.
You want spongy, light meatballs.
Okay, so we get 2 eggs.
So 2 eggs.
And she always used, I mean, again, I usually use panko, breadcrumbs, or I even use oatmeal in my meatballs because the oatmeal
She gets
is healthier.
the Italian because it already has the parsley.
Right.
in
So
it.
we're going to use her Italian breadcrumbs, and there's a cup here.
A cup so it's a half a cup per pound.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Put some garlic in
All
there.
right, so I'll put
And again, it's everyone's discretion how much
lots of garlic.
garlic. Lots.
So a
We
teaspoon.
love garlic.
A teaspoon of garlic.
Do it now before your
Yeah.
hands.
So I'm going to put about
Get in
a
the
half a
meat.
teaspoon of salt because it's kosher salt. It's pretty powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And probably
Yeah.
a tablespoon of pepper. We mix this up.
Yeah. And what she always did it by the sink because when your hands, if it gets too like the breadcrumbs not really coagulating within, she always put her hands in water.
Huh. I'll get my hands in a little bit of
Yeah.
water.
And then went back into it, kneading it.
What do you think?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah?
It's not dry, it's moist.
Okay.
Oil. More fat. Here we go. Adam's favorite.
That's Allie's specialty. It's a
Allie's.
very oily and garlicky sauce.
Anything that tastes delicious is not good for you.
No, I
Remember
know, that's
that.
the way it is.
So,
So now we're just gonna make meatballs.
Yep.
Right, and we just pop them
yep.
in here.
Make it any size. You can make little one, bite-sized one.
Okay.
The real Italians, I forget the name of it though. You hard boil an egg,
Uh-huh.
and then you take the shell off,
Yep.
and then you put the meat around the egg.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
Yes, there's a name and I can't think of it right now. I mean, it ends up being looking like a big, huge.
Yeah. Yeah, it just doesn't
See?
sizzle.
See?
Okay.
Because it's already ready to start to brown.
So you don't really want to char, it's just browning them.
Just browning them.
Okay.
Nope, because you want them to melt in your mouth. Not only just turn them,
Uh-huh.
you can tip them up on their sides
Okay.
too. 'Cause
You want to do every side, the entire exterior.
Just exterior.
Yeah.
You transfer them in, you gotta go very delicately
Like
because
slow as you transfer.
they're not fully cooked.
Okay. We're going to cook in the sauce.
In the sauce.
I mean,
Slow.
how long would she?
Oh, a couple hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, slow. But you made big ones here.
Yeah. So maybe 3 hours.
Maybe 3 hours. Whoops, this is wow.
And you want a little parsley and
Yep, just
a little parsley.
dump it all in.
We'll get a little, another teaspoon of garlic.
See that it's starting to bubble?
Yep.
So this is when you want to turn it down.
Mhm.
Don't want it bubble.
And so again, you're gonna put these meatballs down, and we're gonna tuck them. We'll tuck them into bed.
Tuck them to bed.
Yeah. So they go into bed underneath the sauce.
Yeah.
Be very
And
gentle.
then once they start cooking,
Mm-hmm.
it'll be easy for you to rotate.
Right, because they'll be
them.
a little bit harder right now. They're fragile.
Yeah.
Alright, so they're all into bed, under the
And
sauce.
believe it or not, I want to put a little more oil.
Maybe a spoonful of that fatty oil.
I know.
Yum. Alright, so for 2 to 3
That's
hours, that will be simmering on the stove and making your kitchen smell delicious. Hey, look who we found. This little man in his
I
pajamas.
didn't even know he was here.
So the sauce and the meatballs are simmering for 2 to 3 hours. What can't you wait?
Grandma, meatballs.
Yes, you
Grandma.
never met her. But
No.
your grandma's my Nana's and Nana's mom.
Am I not? Remember we were talking about that today? You asked where my mommy is? Who's my mom?
Where is
Allie. She's in heaven.
Allie's meatballs.
Yes.
Alright, so what did she serve it with?
She said it was ziti.
Always eating.
Always ziti.
And like she'd lather it on there, like the sauce onto it.
Nope. What she would do is take, when the pasta was done,
Yeah.
after she strained, the water, she took the meatball out of the sauce and literally put the meatball, kept rolling it over the pasta.
Okay, so she never spooned sauce
Never
onto it.
spoon sauce on it, not on the pasta, but you had the sauce on the side that you put as much as you want on afterwards.
Alright, so we will serve it for you a little bit later.
Yeah, can't
But
wait.
this sauce, I actually made this sauce for one of our events at work in May. It was one of our diversity
And
lunches
we-
we had,
Okay.
and people just kept coming back.
They did?
For the sauce, the sauce, the sauce. And they're like dipping their bread
Did
in
you
it.
make it exactly like
It's
this?
exactly like
Exactly.
this.
Good.
Yeah.
Willie repeat for you.
We'll leave a piece for you. That's
Yes,
really
sir.
nice of you to say. Say, see you next time.
See you next
Bye.
Thanks for watching this video. If you want to learn more or get some recipes, right below me, weatheringthekitchen.com. In addition, check out that video. You may learn something new. Also, hit the subscribe button. I'll push content out every Saturday morning, whether it's in the kitchen, in the garden, or home decor. Don't miss out.